So besides spring, fall is a great time to plant as well. If you're not sure whether to plant in the fall or not, you can hold off on those plants just in case your harsh winter will kill the plants. Just based on my experience, if it says like it's an evergreen plant, I know that it's going to do well in the winter, so more likely there's not going to be any issues, so I'll plant those. But if it's like a tender perennial and maybe the zone, I'm in 7B, maybe if it says it only goes down to like 7, I might hold off and maybe leave, don't buy them or leave them in a pot and then protect them during the winter and plant them in the spring. But if you want to be a risk taker like me, which I tend to be a lot of times, especially in my garden here, because I like to experiment as well. As you know, you want to plant the right plants in the right place, right location, and things like that also. But you have to know your environment too, and you have to know if you're willing to like risk it. So sometimes I do like to push the boundary just because I want to see how much stress the plant can endure and go through like a harsh winter like this past winter, then I know that it's going to do really well. But like I said, the best thing to do if you're starting out is just to plan your plants in the right place, right location, and right time, just to be on the safe side. And then once you learn more about your own gardening space, you'll be able to make a better decision. So today I am going to be planting my loquat tree. So I bought this plant, I want to say back in 2020, and I was so excited. I have a history with the loquat tree, and I wanted, when I saw it at my local nursery, and unfortunately there was only one to choose from, so I just went ahead and bought it. So then I just planted it. I planted in the back where the tree line is, thinking that it would have some protection during the winter, but for some reason it has not done well. Even the leaves, in the few years that it's been in my garden, it's really hasn't taken off like I expected it to. So I told myself I was going to transplant it to the front garden this season, but unfortunately, we had some bad 6 days of freezing temperatures. So 3 days were in the teens. I think maybe one day would have been okay, but we had 6 consecutive days of freezing temperatures. So because of that, it did do damage, and the tree basically died. The leaves came off, and I thought for sure it was going to die. But luckily, in the spring sometime, I started seeing these shoots coming up. And I know they're suckers. And so I was like, well, I guess I'll go ahead and let them all grow and see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and plant this and see how it does for next year, and hopefully I'll be able to take some of the branches, the ones that I don't like, out. I believe this loquat plant, this plant zone is 8 and above. So just based on my experience here, it was able to do okay even during the winter, but it was in a more protected space. So because of that, I don't know how it's going to do here, but I'm going to give it a try. Because it's not technically in the right zone for me to have fruit off of this plant, I'm just going to try to grow it anyway. And if anything, I'll just enjoy the foliage and go from there. But I'm so optimistic that I might get one or two fruits. I've already dug my hole. I put in some plant tone already, and I'm just going to put it in here. And remember, um, if you're in a clay soil environment, you want to raise can the root bulb about anywhere from 1 to 2 inches, and just know that it's going to settle a little bit. So I think that maybe, okay, I have this, so it might need to be come up a little bit, go down a little bit more. This one is just sticking up, so I might have to go down a little bit more. It can grow up, from what I read, 20, 20 to 25 feet, I believe. And it can go down to, temperature wise, it can go down to 10 degrees Fahrenheit. So I think, like this, I think it was another tree's root. I don't know. I don't like the way that's growing, so I'm going to cut it off a little bit. All right. I saw a lot of crisscrossing of the roots, and I kind of trim off the weird looking roots to protect the plant later. So hopefully I did the right thing. And some of the root just came off so easily. So this is not part of the plant. I am going to, and I have this sticking up right there, so I'm going to try to protect it. So now I am not sure if this plant will do okay, because I did trim off some roots, so hopefully it'll be okay, because the plant is still pretty small. Because before it was a lot taller, I was trying to, you know, provide for that, all that, the tallness or matureness of the plant. So now that it's smaller, maybe it'll be okay. I'm just going to go ahead and plant this, trying to not disturb some of the other roots. If you have experience with this, the Loquat tree, especially if you're in zone 7B like me, let me know how yours has done. Are you getting any fruits? I would love to know. I even found a couple of rocks while I was digging, so that was nice. And so this is what it looks like. All right, that is it. My loquat planting for today, for this fall. So hopefully it will do well this winter. I'm hoping that we're not gonna get like freezing temperatures like we did this past winter. I will give it some extra protection if that happens, just to help it a little bit. just because I had to root prune it, which I was not expecting. So please let me know in the comment section down below if you are a risk taker with your garden, because you know your garden a lot better than other people, and you just want to try it out or whatever it could be. Of course, the best is to make sure you have the right plant, right place, right location, right environment, and all that. But sometimes, it's just fun to just take a little risk and see how you do. And sometimes it's just good to just push the plants to be in under stressful situation, because they might end up being stronger for that. So that is it. If I have left anything out, please let me know in the comments section down below. If you have any comments or questions, you can write in the comments section down below as well. If you enjoy this content, this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And until my next video, take care and bye for now.